There we go. Go ahead.
You hit the gavel or am I gonna hit the gavel?
I don't know, do it together. How's that? All right. Are we set?
We are set. Go ahead.
All right. I'll bring the hearing to order. Need a roll call, please.
Mr. Martinsek.
Here.
Mr. Thomas.
Here.
Mr. Hemrick.
Here.
Mr. Roberts.
Here.
Miss Scotwell.
Here.
Okay. And I think Mr. Jenkins is absent. He's an alternate.
Seeing now.
Who's absent?
Joe Jenkins. Yeah.
Oh, alternate.
Before we get into the case, I'd like to make a change to the agenda, please. I'd like to make a motion that we would put after the approval of minutes, a vote for officers for the board.
Okay. I second that.
Who's saying? I'm sorry. Oh,
Amy.
okay. Okay. Okay, 1 second, just for a second. New to this, you know.
Agenda approved as amended.
Yeah, do you want to just, do you want
Okay.
to do roll call on that?
Hmm?
Do we need to do roll call on that?
No.
It can be just by consent, so. Okay,
Okay, now we're gonna do the, read the public hearing notice.
well, do you want to do the pledge? I think the agenda has the pledge first. Do you want to do the pledge? We didn't cover the pledge. Pledge allegiance.
The
Yeah.
pledge?
Yeah, it's on the agenda.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to start? Right. Yeah, so we'll get up and do the pledge.
Okay, I don't see it on there. Okay.
Wrong side.
It's right here.
I didn't know if you'd seen that or not, so.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks.
Good. Had that on.
Okay. Before you tonight, you have case 874. The purpose of the hearing is so the BZA may review and act on request made by Regina Salter.
May I make a clarification
Sure.
before we start? I want people in the audience that are gonna come up to understand how we work.
Sure.
The hearing will progress where we'll get the staff report. And at that time, if any of the board members have questions of the staff, we will address them. Then we will open the hearing to public comments. If you have something to say, please step up to the podium. There's a pledge there that you have to read. Basically state your name, address, and at that time, state your case. We'll do 4 first, and then if there's anybody against, we'll have them come up and speak for what their comments are. At that point, we'll close the public hearing, and we will talk amongst ourselves as the board. If we have questions for clarification, we may ask you to come back up. If that's the case, please step up to the podium and state your name for the record, so we'll have it on the recording of who's speaking. After the board gets through talking, and then we'll go ahead and make a motion for or against. And at that time, are you gonna have the paperwork for them tonight?
Yes,
Okay.
actually,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
anticipating a good
It's like a
result, and I've
temporary
already got it.
thing, and then they come in tomorrow and.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas.
Sorry.
Thank you. No, I appreciate that. You want to continue?
Yes.
So, again, case 874, the purpose of the hearing is so the BZA may review and act on requests made by Regina Salter to construct an accessory structure that exceeds the size limit articulated in the Beaver Creek Township zoning resolution, and which would also be a secondary accessory structure on the property. The 2.5 acre property is located at 1701 Trebine Road, Green County parcel ID number ending in 4900.
Okay.
Okay, I spent time with Regina Salter and her husband Elson, and I can tell you that the purpose of this accessory structure is to serve multiple uses within the property. They want to put a pool in, and this will be a pool house, but they want it to be big enough to also serve as garage, storage, and have a small room for family gatherings outside the main house. The house itself is 546 square feet according to Greene County records. And so half of that, which is what our zoning code allows for accessory structures, would be 1,273 square feet. The building that they've shown us designs for, which I believe I included in your packet, would be 2,400 square feet on the pad. Now that includes the porch hangover. I don't believe the plan is to build everything at once. The pool may come a little bit later, but this building is kind of necessary to get them in the new home. They're moving here from Fayette County, is it? And the other factor that you need to be aware of here is that this will be a second accessory structure on the property. Staff believes that there's plenty of room for it, and that it wouldn't be a problem to keep the original garage accessory structure on the property as well. At 2.5 acres, there's no question that there's room for 2,400 square foot building without having an impact on runoff or a negative impact on the neighborhood or neighbor's property. So staff is in support of this application as it's submitted. So if you have any questions for me, I'd be happy to try to answer them. Unlike the application we saw last month, this one anticipates the overhang in the front porch, so I took the opportunity to talk about it as the size of the pad rather than having to add that in
Right.
later on during discussions.
There's no height variance required for,
No, it's
Okay.
not going to be
okay,
high enough for that.
okay. Okay,
The applicants are aware that a separate application, including a fence, is going to be required for the swimming pool. We'll talk about that when they come in to fill out that application form. And they have been in touch with contractors for both the building and the pool. In fact, Mr. Knickerbocker lives across the street, so
right.
it's pretty obvious who you're going to talk to first on that point. So I just don't, staff just doesn't see any problem with approving this variance application as it sits. The location of the building will be between the house and the existing accessory structure, and existing driveway entrances will be used. No change in that kind of dynamic on this property. So,
Okay.
All right, thank you for that report. Very thorough. Appreciate that. All right, now we'll open it up for public input. The applicant, if you'd like to come up and
Read that.
plead your case,
Read
you have to
that.
read the,
I, Regina Salt, solemnly swear that the statement that I'm about to make before the Beaver Creek Township Board of Zoning Appeals are the truth and the best of my knowledge and belief.
Okay, cool.
Also, the driveway, we were gonna have a driveway, it'll come in the driveway, but it'll go off, you know, cause it's gonna be a garage where you pull in at the end.
But it'll diverge from the existing driveway
Yes.
after it's on the property
Yes.
though.
New driveway permit needed, it's just kicking off.
Right.
Yeah,
And that
okay.
was one of the questions I was gonna ask, is if you're gonna extend
If
your
you don't mind,
driveway.
I'll walk over here, I'll kind of show you where it's coming in at, and then we've already,
He needs to swear in, he needs first, thank you.
Raise your right hand.
I, Logan Fenton, 6433 State Route 138, Hillsborough, Ohio, solemnly swear that the statements I'm about to make before the Beaver Creek Township Board of Zoning Appeals are the truth to my best of knowledge and belief.
Thank you.
So if we look on this kickoff right here, that driveway will come around, and there is actually a pine tree right here, so we have to go sort of just around that and then into the back of this garage. Now, there is a well on this property.
Right.
I've already made sure we had that looked over. There's no variance in terms of how many feet we have to be from that with the driveway, but with the structure, and we are within those ranges. So the structure is far enough away from the well where it sets on the property that we're okay there. So I've already checked into that, but that'll be the direction of the driveway. It'll just come right in here.
And leach field and septic system?
Yeah, so that actually runs this way, here,
Okay.
and we are within the feet distance away from the first. I've already located the leach line, and that's within the correct footage.
What about the second field?
What's that? I'm sorry.
The second field?
It's actually back here. Yep, I think. Well, you may have a sheet, or do you have one with you, Regina?
I guess we all.
I've checked it. It's definitely it's within the right footage away from.
So the two fields are stacked?
Yeah. Yeah, so the one that is with the health board that we pulled, the lines run this way. And I forget the exact footage, but it's within the correct distance from this first.
So there are two active fields now, or is there one field and then there's a proposed area for a second field down the road?
For this structure, so I don't think we've gotten that far yet, have we?
Well, I'm just talking about the field on the house, septic fields. How many fields are coming out of the tank?
I'm only seeing one.
So one?
Yeah.
Okay, so usually when there's only one, then there's going to be a,
Reserve
a
area.
reserve area for a second field if the first field fails. Thank you.
Yeah.
So do you know where the reserve area
I
is?
don't. We can find that. I'm sure that shouldn't be a problem with the health department.
Okay.
So the drawing that I got from them actually just shows the leach field, I believe, right? That's the only thing I remember seeing on it.
I'd say with the lay of the land there, that
It wouldn't be
the
uphill.
reserve
It'd just be.
field would be behind the existing one or a little south,
But that's uphill
nowhere
with the
near
leach
the
field.
barn, because that's uphill
I agree.
from,
Yeah, where the barn sits, the elevation's actually higher than where the leach field is. so
Right.
it is
And you said you hadn't crossed the bridge yet with the barn. Is the barn gonna have a living space in it?
the current one,
No, the barn you're building.
it's just a.
It's storage.
Yeah.
It's not a living space, not plumbing.
I want a bathroom and a shower, cause it's gonna be a pool house too. It's a pool house, garage, party room, to keep,
Well, you'll have to go
a
through.
lot of people out of my house, so
That has-
we want a bathroom.
That's not us.
Right. Well, I'm just trying to determine it's
Yeah.
not planned to be living space or an Airbnb or anything like that.
Heck no.
I think it needs to be a condition though.
Yeah,
The driveway, is that paved then?
it'll be gravel.
Oh,
Yeah.
it'll be gravel, okay.
For
so-
now,
I'm just-
construction drive, and if she wants to,
Cause you're going over the water line to the house with that driveway.
you're talking about the
Well.
well, yeah. But we obviously, we're not going that deep, but.
But it is, no, you're not going that deep, but it is,
You're gonna go to the
it's
north side
45
of the,
years old, and that line is 45 years old,
Yeah.
so.
you're going to the north side of the tree, the north side of the well
Yeah,
casing
you
with
can't
your
really see the
driveway.
tree on this
Understood.
drawing, but,
So he's not crossing over the water
You're
line.
not crossing
yeah,
over?
it's
If
the
you
other
go,
side of
if
it.
you go to the
Okay.
north
Sorry,
side,
Yeah.
sorry.
you're going, as you're approaching the well casing,
Sorry,
you're
got
going to
it,
the right
got
side.
Got
Okay,
it, got it.
Okay.
Understood.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Well, it's confusing, especially when it's.
You're up again.
I am, I'm up again.
Yeah, with what,
You always tell us why you
Tell us
really
everything.
want it.
Oh, I was just saying, I know it's confusing, especially when it's not your property then. What else am I supposed to say? I would like to request to have a garage, pool house, and a party room for my family.
With bathroom facilities.
Yes, yes. I'd like to have a small bathroom with a shower and,
Okay.
sink and bathroom. Because who wants a bunch of wet kids running through your home?
So you have a second auxiliary structure existing right now. What happens to the little accessory structure?
It's gonna go. That
It
little
goes away.
That little building thing, it's added.
Okay,
I think the roof is sagging in anyway.
okay.
And how
Logan
about your-
said he would take it away for me.
How about the existing pole barn? You gonna do anything with
I
it?
wanna keep that. It's got our trailers in there.
Okay. So you need both that's a 1,200 square foot building also.
Yes.
So it's 3,600 square foot
Yes.
of accessory structure. And you did, well, is there a reason not to add on to the current existing structure?
Well, it looked old and it doesn't have a floor in it, it's just gravel, and I wanted something nice for my
Okay,
family.
okay,
Closer to the
Just
house.
start it closer to the house, you
Okay.
know.
okay.
And eventually with the driveway, Logan said it'd be gravel first. I kinda like the guy down the street who put all the pavers in.
Oh,
That's
Oh, I bet you do.
yeah, I bet you do.
Wow.
Yeah, it's real nice.
You see what that must have cost
Yeah.
him?
Oh, I mean, don't you?
They're $1 or $2
Oh,
anyway.
my gosh. They worked in there for 8 months, putting that driveway in.
That sounds like us. We would have worked in there.
Yeah.
Now, there's not going to be any business associated with this structure?
No, it's funny, I just, applied for an LLC with Ohio, it's Daisy Drafting and Design, but I'm gonna do flooring.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna have any people at my house.
Okay,
So,
okay.
if you pull that up, it'll show the trade bind. Did I say that, trade bind?
Trey Bine.
Trey Bine Road. Not Trabian.
Did I say trade?
No, no. you
No,
did.
that's
You
what you're.
did.
There's Tribune in Columbus, and I
Right.
get it all mixed up.
Very easy to do.
What are the others?
Okay. So you think your intentions would be this bathroom would be to tie it into your existing leach field and septic system, not put in a whole new system?
Correct. I mean, if it's something where we calculate after checking with the health board again, if we need to add a leach line or two, and
Right.
I don't think that's, a problem at all. As a matter of fact, I've kind of already factored that in, that if it needs to be done, it needs to be done. So,
Okay. Okay.
And the thing is, it's a pool house, so that's only the summer. And, when we have get-togethers, we won't be out there that much.
Yep.
so.
Yep. Okay. Trying to.
Okay.
it should be a really easy tie-in if it has to happen. 'Cause
Right.
like I said, it's not extremely far. Should be able to catch one of those lines pretty easy.
Well, you gotta go catch a tank
You gotta
first.
catch the tank first, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Anything else that you have to say for the winning? Okay, and
Thank you. I appreciate your consideration.
and the next two, very easy to say. Is there anybody else that wants to speak for it? And
else for it?
I don't think there's anybody out there to speak against it.
No letters from anybody?
Hmm?
No letters from anybody?
No,
Okay.
no communications.
Okay.
The public hearing would be closed.
Close the public hearing at this time and open it up to the board for discussion. I think we covered everything in our questions.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, the only thing I was gonna ask, he answered, and that was where the driveway was gonna go through. Kinda figured they were gonna put one there, having it sitting back there. Are you gonna run electric just, well, you would have to for everything else you would want.
Can you limit the exterior lighting? Keep it
It'll be okay.
directed away from the neighbors?
It should be
Well,
okay.
actually, what's really nice where that sets on that side of the property line, there's an entire row of pine trees. You can't even see the building.
Yeah, I know, I
Well,
planted
you're on
those.
the other side.
Actually, I think we can
I'll make
take,
sure I stay quiet.
I think we can tell you where we want the spotlights pointed.
No, it should be away from, you know, because we're gonna.
Right.
Your property's, you know, back here.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and he's right next to me.
Yeah, I thought you guys were backed up.
Yeah.
You're the guy with the gourds, right?
For the what?
Gourds, do you have the garden with the, is that you?
That's Emil with the gourds that grow wild.
The other guy has the dog.
The
Okay, see, I
Weimaraner,
thought-
yeah,
I
that's
want the dog, I want the gourd.
that's me. That's the Weimaraner, Shadow. You've met my wife.
Yes.
Yep.
yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so it looks to me like you're gonna tuck about almost half of this in front of the arborvitae. So that's good. You know, I'm not
There won't be
gonna
much visible.
even see half the building. So, I mean, that doesn't matter anyway, but, you're free to build whatever you want over there. So, okay, I don't have anything else.
Pool parties after 10 o'clock with loud music would be ideal.
Unless you invite the neighbors.
I'm far enough away.
Those rowdy neighbors, huh?
They're gonna be accessing it from the south side, so we should be okay. Okay. All right, what do you guys think?
I don't see any issue with it.
Somebody wanna make a motion?
I'd like to make a motion that the, case 874, request for variance, be approved as submitted.
I second.
All right. Mr. Martinsky, sorry,
Martins.
Martinsky, sorry, I screwed that up all the
Yes,
time. Martinsky, yes? Mr. Hamrick,
Yes.
Mr. Roberts,
Yes.
Ms. Gothwell,
Yes.
and Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Motion passes.
I'm gonna send you home with a handwritten copy of this so that you can go for your other permits and so forth already, and then we'll write up a formal resolution later on.
I wish they would fix it.
Right there, you sign it, I'll get the chair to sign it.
Rusting out.
One just has the gourd and one has the dog.
I like that.
My dog is social
Who's chair?
butterfly.
Who's the chair?
Okay. Yeah, let him know about my dog. She's friendly.
She is.
She barks.
She's a social butterfly. Yeah,
Social butterfly.
He's a love pig.
she thinks she owns all that everywhere, so.
She can come on in.
Do we have a motion for approval of the minutes of 1/17/20?
I haven't read them.
And once you get your paperwork, you're free to go. We got some house cleaning here to do on our, some minutes and stuff. You're welcome to stay, or you can go.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. And I'm sure we'll talk more.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a house warrant party, so I'll send you everything.
There you go. I like your new roof too.
Oh, thank you.
Looks really nice.
Thank you.
You put that on? Yeah, it looks real nice.
Do you drink wine?
Sorry?
Do you drink wine?
I really don't drink, but all my kids and stuff do.
Okay.
so
All right.
there
I'll
has
drink
to
some
be
wine.
a, you know, a peacekeeper cop, and that's me, so.
Okay.
You're in my field, yeah.
I just,
Yeah, I'm making drink.
Well, if you have an issue with any of the kids, it's OGS. I do criminal defense.
There you go. All right, we had a motion on the minutes. How's everybody, what do you think of those? Anybody see anything needs to be,
okay. I make a motion that case number 873 minutes be accepted as written.
I'll second it.
Congratulations, and welcome to Kansas. Watch out for those rowdy neighbors.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
See you later.
My pleasure.
Ms. Scott.
Tell Elson I said hello.
What?
Oh, motion, second.
For the
Oh,
minutes.
yes, sorry, yes,
Voting, yes?
yep.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mr. Henry?
Yes.
And Mr. Martin?
Martinsek.
Martins?
Martinchek.
Martinez.
Don't.
Yes.
You got it.
Don't confuse him.
Don't confuse me.
So, on the next item on the agenda, which is
Vote for office.
vote for office,
We have 5.
is there just the chair is the only office that's open on the board, or is there this?
Any other?
any
No,
other-
chair is the only office for BZA.
Chair is the only officer? There's no assistant? Okay. And open to discussion and or nominations for chair?
What do you guys
I can't nominate myself, so.
can't nominate myself?
In that case, I'll nominate Louis.
Who's the Louis? Louis?
You nominate me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
1 year.
Then what, we vote on that or what?
Is there a second for that?
Yeah, second for that.
Sure, I'll second it.
All right, stand by. One sec.
Yeah, I will put a correction, Leo, not Louis.
Leonard.
Leonard.
Leo, the
Leonard, legally.
All right, we'll do it backwards. Ms. Scotland?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes.
Mr., oh, I gotta do that. Or Mr. Martinez?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
And Mr. Henry?
Sure.
Okay.
Say.
Who's the chair now?
Abstain.
Haven't expected that.
Are we going to move to adjourn?
I think we can move to adjourn.
Okay.
Any motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn?
I second. All in favor, aye?
Aye. Go for it, yeah.
All in favor, aye?
Aye. Opposed? Hearing none? We done.
I like these.
Yeah.